How can we handle mental breakdowns? When all the emotions of life or the challenges of life hit us and we just break down, how can we as Christians handle and manage and control those things? The first thing we need to remember is emotions in and of themselves are not bad. Actually, emotions are part of what makes us human, and they're a part of us being made in the image of God because God Himself has emotions. We see God's anger, we see God's joy, we see so many different emotions of God throughout the Bible. And so a mistake we can make is a mistake that says when you show emotion then you've sinned or you've done something wrong. That is not the case at all. There are some great emotions out there. The mistake that we make is when we allow our emotions to dictate our actions in an unhelpful way. So maybe you allow your anger to smack your brother when he smacked you, as opposed to letting the situation play out in a just way. Maybe you allow your sadness to remove yourself from community. Whatever it may be, the sin or mistake we make is when we allow our emotions to cause us to do something we shouldn't do, or to basically allow our emotions to dictate our actions. So first, emotions are a good God-given thing, but we know sometimes life comes, hits hard, and we may be in a pit of despair, of anxiety, of depression, of fear, or guilt, or whatever it may be, where these emotions are just hitting, and all you can do is break down. Speaking from my own experience, something that's really helped me is just pouring into the Psalms so regularly. The Psalms is basically the Jewish songbook, and what's beautiful about having a songbook is in a song you can say something in a line that says so much more than just a line of regular writing. And so throughout the Psalms, as you go through, there's 150 Psalms. As you go through these, you actually see so many, if not all of the emotions in the book of the Psalms. And so I would encourage you, if you feel like you're overrun by emotions a lot, go to the book of Psalms, because it'll help you learn how to manage. For me, I almost was like, I don't know how to even show or display emotion. And so going to the Psalms has actually helped me to do that. So maybe you're like me and can do that. A psalm specifically that has been meaningful on my life is Psalm 42. Psalm 42, in it, the writer says, I'm in despair. My tears have been my food day and night. Basically, I'm crying all day long, don't care to eat, just suck in those tears. And then he asks himself, why am I downcast? Why is my soul disturbed within me? And he says, hope in God, for He is my salvation. And as we come to the end of the psalm, we end up seeing the salvation, the goodness of God. And we see that the psalmist, though his emotions are real, though they're painful, though they are deep, he is relieved, at least in part, by the remembrance of the faithfulness and goodness and salvation of God. And so that's something I believe that we need to remember as well. When we're in those pits of despair where we feel that all has lost, remember the God of your salvation. Remember His faithfulness and His love, and pour out to Him. And ask yourself, as the psalmist did, why am I downcast? Why is my soul disturbed within me? Hope in the God of my salvation.